Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're tackling a Leetcode problem called number of subsequences that satisfy the given sum condition. It sounds a bit wordy, but don't worry, we'll break it down into simple, manageable steps. So, here's the task. We're given a list of numbers which we can call nums, and a single number the target. We need to find how many non-empty groups of numbers or subsequences we can form from our list. The rule for a valid group is that its smallest number plus its largest number must be less than or equal to the target. The final count can be huge, so we'll return it modulo a large number. Let's walk through this first example to make sure we get it. The list of numbers is 3, 5, 6, and 7, and the target is 9. Let's test a few subsequences. What if we just take the number 3? The min is 3, and the max is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, which is less than 9. So that's one valid group. What about the group containing 3 and 5? The min is still 3, but the max is now 5. 3 plus 5 is 8, still less than 9. That works too. The slide shows all 4 valid groups. Notice that for the group with 3 and 6, the actual subsequence could be just 3, 6, or it could be 3, 5, 6. But in both cases, the minimum and maximum are the same, and the condition holds. Okay, how would we start solving this? The most straightforward idea is to just, generate every single possible subsequence. Then, for each one we'd find its minimum and maximum, add them up, and check if they meet the condition. But, if our list of numbers is long, the number of subsequences grows incredibly fast. We're talking 2 to the power of n possibilities, where n is the length of the list. That's way too slow for the constraints given. We definitely need a more clever plan. Let's rethink this. The condition only cares about the minimum and maximum values in a subsequence. The order of the numbers in between doesn't affect the sum at all. This is a huge clue. What if we sort the original list of numbers first? If the list is sorted, this could simplify things a lot. Now that our list is sorted, let's try a 2-pointer approach. Imagine we have one pointer at the very beginning of the list, let's call it left, and another at the very end, let's call it right. We can look at the number at the left position and the number at the right position. These represent the smallest and potentially largest numbers we could pick. So with our left and right pointers on the sorted list, we check if the number at left plus the number at right is less than or equal to the target. If it is, this is the magic part. It means that the number at left can be our minimum. The maximum can be the number at right, or any of the numbers between left and right. Why? Because all those numbers are smaller than the one at right, so the sum with our left number will also be valid. So how many subsequences can we form? Well, we must include the number at left. Then, for all the numbers between the left and right pointers, we can either include them or not. If there are, say, k numbers in between, we have 2 to the power of k choices. We add this count to our total, and then we're done with this left number, so we can move our left pointer one step to the right. But what if the sum is too big? What if the number at left plus the number at right is greater than our target? Well, since the list is sorted, using the number at right as our maximum is not going to work with the current left number, and any number to its right would be even bigger. So our only option is to try a smaller maximum. We do that by moving our right pointer one step to the left, and we repeat the check. Alright, here is the complete solution in Python. It might look a little dense at first, but it's just putting together the ideas we just discussed, sorting, the 2 pointers, and calculating the powers of 2. We'll step through it piece by piece, so don't you worry. First things first, we sort our list of numbers. This is the crucial step that makes everything else possible. We also create a helper list, which we're calling powers. This list will store pre-calculated powers of 2. This is just an optimization so we don't have to calculate, say, 2 to the power of 10 over and over again. We can just look it up. Next we set up our main loop. We have our left pointer starting at the beginning, index 0, and our right pointer at the very end. The loop continues as long as the left pointer hasn't crossed the right pointer. Inside, we check if the sum of numbers at left and right is valid. If it is, we find how many elements are between them. Then we use our powers list to find 2 raised to that power. We add that count to our result, and move left forward. If the sum was too big, we simply move right backward to try a smaller max. So how fast is this approach? The sorting step takes big O of n log n time, where n is the number of items in our list. After that, our 2 pointers just move towards each other, which takes big O of n time. So the total time is dominated by the sorting. For memory, we used that extra powers list, which takes big O of n space. That's a huge improvement over the exponential time of the brute force method. Let's do a quick recap. The problem asked for the number of subsequences where the sum of the min and max is less than or equal to a target. The brute force approach of checking every single subsequence was too slow. The key insight was to sort the array first. This allowed us to use a clever two-pointer technique. By fixing a minimum element with our left pointer, we could efficiently count all valid subsequences by using powers of 2. This turned an impossibly slow problem into a very efficient one. And that's it. I hope this explanation made sense and helped you understand the thought process. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more breakdowns, and feel free to leave a comment with any questions. Thanks for watching, happy coding, and I'll see you in the next one.